watching this show, then you're among the handful of people that are not on holiday. Most people I know have fled the city. So where are they off to? What are the top-rated destinations this year? Or have higher airfares, higher room rates, and a weaker rupee killed travel plans? Rajesh Magao, co-founder and CEO of MakeMyTrip.com, is here with some travel stats. Rajesh, good afternoon. Thanks for joining us. How has this holiday season been? Not just for Make My Trip, but for all the companies and the airlines that you list, all the hotels and the airlines that you list on your website.
No, thank you. Holiday season actually has been reasonably good. Despite the fares, as you mentioned, the fares have been higher, from the last year, both for airlines as well as hotels. Airline probably about 20% year on year, hotels probably about 10 to 15% year on year. But the good news is that Indian consumers are still traveling, and the season has been reasonably good. Overall, for the whole year, if you look at the total passenger traffic growth, in the domestic market, it has been about 5% from January to November. And during the year, in fact, we did see about 3 months, August, September, October, growth actually going up to double digit as well. So overall, the season has been pretty good.
So you're saying that move up to double digits has only been improved upon in the months of November, December, because these are peak holiday seasons for airlines, domestic airlines. But Rajesh, prices or airfares have also gone up substantially, haven't they, in the last couple of months? For instance, I just asked my travel desk, the Delhi-Goa-Delhi flight ticket is now some 40,000 rupees if you wanted to travel in December, and the same ticket was available for about 20,000 rupees in September. So despite this rise in airfares, we're seeing people travel domestically?
Yeah, to put things in perspective, last minute travel during this part of the year has always been expensive, and it has, been a direct function of the load factor. So, what people have over the time learnt about is to do advance bookings and plan little ahead of time. And that kind of helps. And some of the domestic destinations, Goa has always been a hot destination and a very expensive destination. But there has always been, there has also been a trend of picking up alternative destinations. Just not looking at Goa alone. And people have looked at Kerala. And
Rajesh, I get that, but if you're saying that we've seen an increase in passenger load factors, let's say in August and September, all the way up to double-digit growth, then October, November, December would have even exceeded that, and that would have meant that airlines would make the most of this and charge even higher prices. So I'm just trying to gauge, we've been talking about consumer spending slowing down, but you're saying that people are continuing to opt for domestic holiday destinations.
Yeah, just to put things in perspective and clarify, August, September, October, the flown traffic was double digit. The growth rate was double digit for August, September and October. November, actually, it slowed down. It was about 2.6%. And December, the data is not yet out because it's based on the flown numbers, and flown traffic would come in the month of January. But we've looked at the booking trend, and we've seen certain segment of consumers definitely, especially domestic travel. We've not seen any declining trend in terms of bookings in the month of December. And also for the short-haul destinations, as far as overseas destinations are concerned, where there has been a bit of a hit that we have noticed, at least at our end, and that has been long-haul destinations. So you're right in terms of fares being high, but I guess part of it has been planned in advance and booked in advance, and therefore they have got some advantage of not being hit by the last-minute fare. But if you, so this is what all the trends or the data that I'm sharing is basically travel basis and not necessarily on booking basis.
Well, what explains the 2.6% growth in November, Rajesh?
Yeah. So that definitely is directly linked to the higher fare, I would say. So the fare,
But you're saying that December it compares favorably to December last year, or it compares favorably to November's 2.6%. Can you qualify exactly what your expectations from December are?
No, so December data is not yet out. So this data is
based on the booking data that you've seen on your website?
Based on the booking data, I think it should be comparable with November.
So we're looking at between 2 to 3% growth in terms of flown traffic for November as well as December, which are actually peak season months. So in a sense, this could be some degree of underperformance or less than expected travel, is it?
Yes, to some extent, if you compare it with the last year. So last year, the November-December growth was relatively higher.
So I have to ask you, because the other factor feeding into this is higher room rates. For instance, all of last week or the last couple of weeks, we've heard that the Taj group of hotels, and that may not be representative of where all Indian travelers stay, but they were looking to hike room rates by between 10 to 15%. I'm wondering if you're seeing this as a trend across all hotels in the country, and therefore is this even more discouraging when it comes to those of us with tight wallets who want to travel in these months?
No, certainly not, actually. This is just an aberration which you just mentioned, Taj trying to just increase their rates. Overall, on a blended basis, as I mentioned, what we've seen is the fares had gone up year on year, just about 10 to 15%. So not really true for all the segments and all the categories of the hotels, especially non-chain and budget hotels. The occupancy over the year has been, between 55 to 60%. So, so it's only been the inflationary increase on the fares that we've noticed, not necessarily just very steep increase.
So you've painted a slightly dismal picture for all those companies connected to the travel segment, which is that airlines November, December has been below expectations. Hotels, despite fare increases or in spite fare increases, which are possibly only catching up with inflation, we are seeing low occupancies. Let me end by a slightly more cheerful question. Where are people preferring to go this year? Goa is totally expensive. So are there other domestic destinations or even short-haul international destinations that are the top destinations this holiday season?
Sure. So Goa continues to be the hot destination. I mean, it's definitely one of the hot selling destinations in India. But then there are other destinations like Andamans and Ladakh, that has been evolving as well. As far as international destinations are concerned, the Phuket has opened up. Top destinations in the Southeast Asia region is Thailand and Malaysia, and a lot of people are picking up Dubai as one of the preferred destinations as well. So there are quite a few, and during this part of the, this part of the year, people also prefer Rajasthan. So Jaisalmer is definitely one of the, key destinations out there as well. Yeah, I would say these are some of the important destinations.
All right, Rajesh, thanks very much for joining.